So that's it, the summer transfer window is over for another year. Bristol Rovers brought in 8 new first-team players and saw just one contracted player depart the club. The signings of Liam Sercombe and Tom Nichols for not insignificant fees have excited the fans, as did a double swoop for a goalkeeping duo to ensure the battle for the number 1 shirt is more fiercely contested than ever. Thoughts now turn to the football itself, with Rovers enjoy a topsy-turvy opening month of action in the league and cups. A stunning victory against Championship Fulham in a supreme away performance against Bury has been offset with disappointing defeats to Bradford City, Charlton Athletic and Peterborough United. But what were the main positives and the setbacks from this summer? We take a look. 3 up. Keeping Billy Bodin. For most of the transfer window, the focus was firmly on the incomings at the Memorial Stadium. But as Darrell Clarke's squad began to take shape, attention shifted towards keeping hold of the talent already at the club. Billy Bodin has started the season in great form. Of course, the form of Rovers' most creative forward player was doing nothing to help him fly under the radar. Billy Bodin started this season in the same manner in which he finished the last: fast, fanciful and with an eye for goal. As the window drew to a close, there was plenty of speculation surrounding the future of the 25-year-old, but Rovers held strong, with club president Wael Al-Qadi saying on deadline day the club would not entertain any bids for any of the players. Keeping hold of Bodin could well be Rovers' best bit of business this summer. The next step is getting him tied down with a new contract. Return of Ryan Sweeney. If you'd have asked Gasheads back in May which player they'd most like to see Rovers sign this summer, you can be sure Ryan Sweeney would have topped the list. Ryan Sweeney, Wright, and Dominic Telford have both joined from Stoke City. The imposing centre-back quickly became a fan's favourite at the Mem during the second half of last season as he formed a rock-solid partnership with captain Tom Lockyer. Sweeney eventually joined once again on loan from Stoke City just a few days before the start of the league campaign. Rovers' defensive frailties on Saturday against Bradford, when Sweeney was missing on international duty, show just how vital he is to Clarke's side. This time he also brings with him promising young striker Dom Telford, who marked his first start for the club with 2 goals against Wycombe Wanderers in the Checkatrade Trophy. Stability. Although there has been a high turnover in players at Rovers, the highest since relegation from the Football League 3 seasons ago, the club continues to show stability. Darrell Clarke has signed a new 5-year contract. Clarke penned a new deal with the club, and a 5-year one to boot. The core of the squad from last season remained together, with Tom Lockyer continuing as captain. It is very much as you were at Rovers for this new season. The new additions should certainly add some quality too, but the core of the club that began during the conference season has once again remained close-knit. 3 down. Stadium disappointment. The big off-field news this summer concerned the breakdown in talks about a potential new stadium in partnership with Hoover. What the Hoover Stadium could have looked like, the news came as a massive disappointment to all at the club. After years of negotiating and planning went to waste. Rovers fans of an older vintage have seen all this before, of course, but for many fans who had pinned their hopes on seeing Rovers play in a new home, it came as a crushing blow. The announcement of a new plan, a development of the Mem, softened the blow somewhat, but fans will still be upset to see the Hoover Stadium go up in smoke. Strength in depth. Rovers have had a decent summer in the transfer market, and now look stronger in all positions across the pitch than they did last season. However, where they may stumble is with a lack of depth. Clarke himself admitted that, like 50% of the teams in League One, a few injuries would really hamper his side. Stuart Sinclair's injury left Rovers short in midfield. That has been demonstrated already this term, with Stuart Sinclair's injury meaning Rovers named a 7-man bench for the match with Bradford City that didn't contain a recognised midfielder. Missing out on targets, Clarke targeted 10 new first-team signings at the start of the summer, and managed to bring in 8. Certainly no failure at all, but the Rovers boss will likely be annoyed he couldn't get those final few deals over the line. He admitted HES missed out on a few players during the final week of the transfer window, with assistant Marcus Stewart saying on August 29 that Rovers were potentially looking at an attacking midfielder. Those 2 extra players could have added a bit of depth to Rovers' squad, but as it is, Clarke won't be disappointed at all with his new look squad.